How do you build a brand culture that impacts sales? I'm going to give you the exact formula for doing that today on this episode of the Dave Lorenzo Daily. Welcome back. It's great to be with you today, and it's good to see you again. You're looking well. Thanks for joining me once again here for our session on building a brand that's going to impact your sales. And here's what you're going to discover during our time together today. First and foremost, we're going to define what a brand actually is. And then I'm going to share with you why you need to care, why you must care about your brand and what it says about you and your business. The next two things we're going to talk about are the promise that your brand makes to the customers and the feeling that your customers have as a result of hearing that promise. And then finally, I'm going to give you a bonus tip. And that bonus tip that I'm going to hit you right in the mouth with is using a brand to fast track sales and how this can be a fantastic competitive advantage for you because nobody's thinking about their brand in this exact way. All right, let's get started. Let's talk about what a brand actually is. The definition of a brand, it's a promise that you make to your customers, and the promise has two parts. The first part is the outcome that you're going to deliver, and the second part is the feeling people are going to have when they work with you. The outcome, that's pretty rational. You can define it very easily, and the feeling is, well, it's a feeling. It's not rational at all. It's how you connected with the people who are involved in that business. Let's talk about brands and people and how you have to embody that brand promise. And that's essentially what we're doing here today. Your brand is part of the culture of your company. And if you don't define it, your customers are going to define it, and you may not like what your customers have to say about your brand if you're not on top of it. So first, let's talk about the promise that you make to the customers. Let's take Spirit Airlines. Spirit Airlines is a fantastic brand because it's really easy to see what their promise is. They promise you more go. That's it. What does it mean? It means that they're going to get you from point A to point B as efficiently as possible with the lowest possible price that any airline can do it so that you can fly a lot. So if you're somebody who has people to see all over the country and you want more go for your buck, you're going to fly Spirit Airlines. That's their promise. We'll get you from point A to point B. It'll be safe, and you're going to be able to spend more money however you want to spend it. That's a brand promise. And they fulfill that brand promise. You get on the plane, it goes from one place to another. You want to take 5 flights? You can take 5 flights for the price of 1 flight on a bigger airline. Okay, I got it. Spirit's brand promise. Take the brand promise of the Dave Lorenzo Daily. I'm here every day at 5 p.m. with great sales information. That's my brand promise to you. Great sales information every day, 5 p.m. You sit down at your computer, you pick up your phone, it's 5 p.m., you get a notification if you've hit the subscribe button and rung the little bell. You get a notification, you see Dave Lorenzo uploaded a new video. Hey, I'd like to make some more money. Let me see what Dave has to say. Wow, he's got 3 great tips. Then the second part of my brand promise, you do this, you sell more. That's even the name of my show on Thursdays, Do This, Sell More. You listen to Dave, you do what he says, and you'll sell more. Do this and sell more. That's the promise, okay? I have to fulfill that promise. I got to show up every day, provide great information at 5 p.m., give you something to do so that you can sell more. Now, that's the outcome, okay? Spirit Airlines, the outcome, go from one place to another, right? Dave Lorenzo, listen to what he says, take action, sell more. That's the outcome. The more important aspect of the brand, the thing that really brings it home, is the feeling you get. And with Spirit Airlines, you want the feeling of, I got the best possible value and I can go wherever I want because I can afford to fly on Spirit. That's a good feeling. It's a powerful feeling. You can fly wherever you want as long as you have a couple of bucks because Spirit is going to make it easy for you to do that. They're going to make it efficient for you to do that. Just plunk down your couple of bucks. You can go wherever you want. More go. That's Spirit's promise. Easy to understand. Dave Lorenzo Daily, the feeling that you get whenever I'm stuck and I don't know what to do from a sales perspective, I pop on YouTube, pull up the Dave Lorenzo Daily, and watch one of his videos. I can even search the hundreds of playlists that he has and take an entire course, 2-hour course on how to sell. Dave's going to be there for me. He's going to help me sell. That's the promise. The feeling you get is I'm in control. I can make more money. All I got to do is watch Dave's videos and do what he says. That's the feeling. I'm confident in Dave. I'm crazy about what Dave tells me to do because every time I do it, I make more money. Your brand is a promise of an outcome, and it's a promise of a feeling you're going to have. The brand should empower you. Now, why should you care about your brand? Right? You work for a big company, you sell for a big company. Why should you care about your brand? Well, you get to define your brand in the mind and the heart of your customer. You're the front lines. You define your brand in the mind and the heart of your customer. Can you imagine the old McDonald's da 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 da, I'm loving it. Remember that McDonald's commercial? That McDonald's brand was, I'm loving it, right? I'm loving it. You go to McDonald's, you're loving it. Can you imagine if you walked into McDonald's and the clerk reached over the counter and just punched you right in the mouth and then looked at you and went, bam, da 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 da, I'm loving it, right? The clerk hits you in the mouth and then sings you're loving it. You're not loving it. You're hating it. That clerk damaged the McDonald's brand in your eyes. So your culture, the culture of your company defines your brand. The people, that point of interaction, that defines your brand. And if your company isn't defining your brand for your customers, the customers are going to define it for themselves. So you're the person who got punched in the mouth at McDonald's, you're going to walk around and you're going to go to your friends, da 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 da, I'm getting whacked in the mouth. That would be terrible. Your people on the front lines define your brand. You define your brand in the eyes of the customer. Why is this important? Because if you've defined your brand appropriately, it makes it easier to sell. Imagine that you come here to watch an episode of the Dave Lorenzo Daily. You take some notes, you go out, you do what I recommend. You make more money as a result. You come back, you watch another episode, you do what I recommend, you make more money. Then you decide, hey, I've got 5 salespeople on my team. Maybe if I brought Dave in to train my 5 salespeople, they'd all make more money. I'd get a bigger bonus. So you call me up and you say, hey, Dave, I like what you do on YouTube. I want you to come in and train my sales team because I want them to grow their sales so that I can get a bigger bonus. I say, fantastic. I come in and train your sales team. It works out just like we planned. But that sale was easy for me. Why? Because I was true to my brand promise. I show up, I give you great information, you do what I say, you make more money. I did it. I delivered on that. It makes it easier to sell. The final point is that your brand must be a roadmap for your success. So in the case of Spirit, right, their whole brand is built around more go. So you show up there and you're expecting to get on the plane, to sit in a seat that is going to be safe and it's going to be the most efficient and effective way for you to get there. That's a roadmap for them to sell you because they just need to price their services more competitively and the Spirit customer is going to jump on it, right? From a luxury perspective, if you wanted to go to a hotel to really treat yourself well, and you decided to go to a Shangri-La hotel, their brand promise is that you're going to have a luxurious experience in an exotic location, and it's going to be completely safe and secure. You show up, and the staff is falling all over you. In fact, they even have a foot bath beside the bed so that you can wash your feet before you put them on your sheets, but so that you don't dirty your sheets. That's luxury. You know going in that you're paying for this level of luxury. So when the sales rep from Shangri-La comes to you and says, your group can stay at our hotel, and they give you the price, you know what that price is going to be. They've got a roadmap to sell you because you're not expecting the Shangri-La experience for a Motel 6 price. It's a roadmap for sales. That's the reason, the third reason, why you should care about your brand. All right, let's talk about the promise now. Your brand promise needs to answer 3 questions. What do I get? Why do I need this? And why now? What's the outcome? What am I supposed to get from an interaction with you, with your brand? Dave Lorenzo, what you get, more money in your pocket, and you get home on time for dinner every night because it's the most efficient and effective way to sell. Why do you need this? Well, think about why you need more money. You want to have more fun. You want to treat your family better. You want to provide a better experience for the people you care about. That's why you need more money. Why now? Well, maybe you want to sell more and be more efficient in your sales process and close more deals because you want to make your end of the year numbers. Or maybe you want your sales team to make their end of the year numbers so that you can keep all the staff you have and you don't have to fire everyone. Or maybe you want to sell more so that you can get an even bigger bonus and perhaps even get a promotion. So what do you get? With Dave Lorenzo, you get great sales advice so you can sell more and get home on time for dinner every night. Why do you need this? Because you want more money in your pocket so you can provide better experiences for your family. Why now? Because you want to make your numbers by the end of the year. You want to get promoted. Let's talk about the feeling that people have when they work with you. The feeling really has 4 different parts. The first is, are they confident that you're going to deliver? Are they confident that you're going to deliver? You have confidence that I'm going to be here every day at 5 p.m. with a great sales video? You should. In fact, if you want to put me to the test, hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell, see if I show up tomorrow at 5 p.m. Is it authentic? What you see is what you get. If you watch the 600 videos plus that are on my YouTube channel, The Dave Lorenzo Daily, as of the recording of this video, you can tell whether I'm being true to myself or not. I make mistakes, and sometimes I make editing mistakes. In fact, this video I'm recording right now, this is the second go-round of this video because the first go-round, the audio was totally screwed up. I'm being authentic. I'm true to who I am. If you invite me to speak to your group of 500 people at a sales convention, you're going to get the same thing you get on this video. If you invite me to train your team or you invite me to work with you on your sales strategy, you're going to get the same guy in person. And I'm much more handsome in person, believe me. All right, the 4th element is pride. Are you proud to be associated with this brand? You proud to be associated with Dave Lorenzo? You proud that you saved money on Spirit? You a proud saver of money so that you can travel all over the place? Are you proud to tell your friends, I travel all over the place, and when they wonder how you do it, you say, I do it because I fly on Spirit. I don't spend a lot of money on airline tickets. I go on Spirit, I get more go. You're proud of that. If your customer can't invest his or her pride in you, your brand is flawed, your brand promise is flawed. The 4th element is passion. Is your customer passionate about your brand? Does your customer refer you? Do your customers write testimonials about you? Are customers giving the thumbs up to Dave Lorenzo on these videos? Hint, hint, if you're passionate about making more money with sales advice that I'm giving you, you're going to show it by giving me a thumbs up. Show me your passion. Give me the thumbs up. If you are fulfilling your brand promise, people will be passionate. Come on, show me your passion. Give me the thumbs up. Show me the passion. Come on. Now it's time for our bonus tip, how your brand will help you fast track your sales. Here are the 5 ways your brand will help you fast track your sales. The first is consistency. How consistent are you with your service delivery? How consistent are you with fulfilling your brand promise, with fulfilling the feeling you want your clients to feel? Consistency is critical. Frequency, how often do you communicate with your customers? How often do you share your brand message with them in word and in deed? How frequently do you interact with them? Frequency of communication is critically important because frequency helps build trust. The quality of your service, the quality of your service delivery, the quality of your product, the quality of the experience people have is essential. If you're not delivering high quality, people will not invest in you. They will not believe in your brand. The Dave Lorenzo Daily produces high quality sales advice every day at 5 p.m. High quality sales advice. If it wasn't high quality, if I couldn't do this on a daily basis, I'd be doing it weekly. I would scale back to weekly videos. I deliver high quality every day. It's part of my brand promise. And people have to be able to count on that. Your brand must deliver the same. The 4th element is transparency. What you see is what you get. You've seen me be transparent on a number of these videos. I make mistakes. Sometimes I leave the mistakes in, and sometimes it's intentional that I leave the mistakes in. Sometimes I just make even more mistakes by leaving the mistakes in. I am who I am. You need to be the essence of your brand. No matter what happens, you need to make people feel the way you want them to feel. And if you're true to who you are, if you live the values that your brand presents, you will be transparent. The final element is a sense of community. And this is really an important one to me. Everyone who is passionate about your brand should feel like they're a part of a community. You are creating a community of people who invest in you. I've created a community of people right here on YouTube, and being a part of the community means that we communicate with one another and that I fulfill your needs and you in turn invest your time in me. And when you work with me, you invest your money in me. It's the same thing for any brand. Here on YouTube, you invest in me and you participate as part of the community by leaving a comment down below, telling me what you want to hear more about, showing me that you care about the videos that I produce by giving me that thumbs up, by sharing the videos with other people on Facebook, on Twitter, on all different forms of social media, especially on LinkedIn. That type of thing is investing in the community that you and I have created together, and every brand creates a community. You see some of these customer loyalty programs, they are designed to create communities of people who provide the brand with feedback and who get added value out of the brand by interacting with one another. Those are the ways that you can use your brand to fast track sales. Be consistent, communicate frequently, deliver high quality, offer to be transparent, be who you are. Don't put on airs, don't try and front, don't try and be something that you're not, be who you are. And then develop a community of people designed to support you and your brand, but also that you provide value to on a regular basis because they're the most loyal people to you. They're the people who partake in your services on a frequent basis. I am so honored that you are a part of my community. I thank you for being here with me today, and I thank you for joining me each and every day here at 5 p.m. on the Dave Lorenzo Daily. Until tomorrow, I hope you do this and sell more.